So, hey guys, today let's level up and build a gift card app using RIVERPOD State Management and learn RIVERPOD. Here is the preview of the app we are going to build. So, there are four categories in the gift card app, and all the cards of that specific category are shown below and updated according to the category. If no category is selected, I am guessing all the cards are selected. When we tap on a card, on a gift card, we can edit the name of the receiver to whom we are sending the gift card, and similarly we can set an amount we want to gift in the gift card to a person and send it to the person we want. And and so the cards of every category are available to us and we can send it. So now let's start making our app. And firstly, as we are going to use riverpod, firstly let's add riverpod to our basic app that is visible. So we will start by adding riverpod's package, that is flutter riverpod, to our pubspec.yml file. And similarly, as we know, we need logos and images. So let's declare the assets path, create a assets folder and provide its path to use images in the future in our app. So now let's start by building our app and create different folders. So let's start by making the pages app. We have two pages as it's visible in the preview: the home page and the card page. The home page has the main screen which has all the cards and categories, and the card page has a specific card and we can add the receiver's name and amount accordingly. Now let's create the home page as a consumer widget, that is stateless consumer widget, because it has to update every second when we select a category or when we tap on a card. It should update. So we need to use riverpod, and so we have to use consumer widget. And now let me pass home page and include provider scope in the wrap my app with provider scope to use riverpod state management on my complete app. So now let's start creating our app and creating the front end of our app. So let me add the app bar and the body. So decorating my app bar, let me color it up, and here is the app bar with the background color. And now let's work on the body. As we can see, we need all these cards to be visible on our page, and we work on the square card feature first. So the four components that our page will have is a heading for the categories, then the vertical cards that are the categories, then the second heading, and then all the square cards in a grid, which will be of different gift cards of different categories and different types. So now let's create our all card widget, which will have our the grid of the square cards. So first let's start building the square card. As a square card will have different categories of things, like it will include different things like logo, that is we will, let's take the image address, the title of our gift card, and different other components. So let me declare it in my square card and pass it through the square card widget so that we can use all those properties in our app, in our square card. Now we need to declare a class named card model and create a model of our every gift card which has all the category and all the properties that our gift card needs. So now let's declare a card model and have all the properties that we need for a card. And this is all the properties that we need: id, name, image url, text look, text color, card color, and the category. And now let me add the copy functions to change our immutable providers. Now we create a list of all the card models we have, that is all the gift cards, and save their properties. Now we create a stateless consumer widget that is named all card grid, so that we can use square card widget in our home screen to bring our all square cards in a grid of 3 cross 3. Let me use gridview.builder and add it the item builder and grid delegates. Firstly, let me add all card grid widget to my home page so that when we make changes in our widget, that are visible on the screen. So now let me make our grid view so that we can present our use our square card. So let me add the spacing, and let me make the shrink wrap true, and item count is 3 for now, that is a sample. And now let me add square card to our item builder so that all the cards that we make are visible. Now we make the design of the square card so that we can show it on the home screen that how the square card looks. And if you can see, now we have made the square card and it is visible on the home screen, and we will use it in our app and make our square card flexible to every category and every card that we have. And now let me connect and add functionality to the square card so that when we tap on a square card, it redirects us to the card page, and we use navigator.push to do it. And now let me test it. Does it work? So yeah, it's redirecting me to the card page. And now let's get to the main part, that is adding state management to our app. And let's declare a provider. Let's name it card list provider. That is a state providing provider whose state is a list of card model. So it's provide us the list of cards that we declared on the card model page. And this is what we are doing. And now let me use this card list provider in our home page, that is the all card widget, so that we can get the list of cards that we have and access all the cards, and we use it in our home page. Now let me declare card list on our all card widget so that our provider can communicate with the card list widget. So this ref.watch gives us a communication between, and if we see the state of our card list is the list of cards. And so now we use it, that final card is equal to card list dot index, providing us every card. And now let me change and provide every property to every property of our square card, whether it be title, text color, the image address, that is logo of every gift card individually. And so is it its change is visible, and we are able to fetch all the cards that are provided us in the card list. So now our grid of gift cards is complete. So the next step comes to making our card page so that we can add other properties and other values to our gift card, that is like the receiver's name and the amount that we want to send through our gift card. And so let's start making the front end of a card page. And so now let's make the front end of a gift card page. So the components, four components that we want to make is the gift card, the two text fields, that is one is receiver's name and second is the amount, and the last one, that is the share button, that is written as send this. We want to make these four components. So now let's start with making the gift card firstly. So let me declare a card and add its property and make it color black, and add other properties to make it beautify and look good. So let me do it. So let me start by adding the logo of our gift card. So here we are taking for a sample the Netflix gift card. For now we will pass the properties later on of our card list. And now let me add other properties, that is the e-gift card heading, then the name. So everything is working fine. Now let me add the e-gift card name, then let me add the name, the receiver's name that we want to be shown on our card. And now let's add the amount. So these are the things we wanted our card to look like. So now I guess our card is ready. Let me just arrange all the things at its correct places. And yeah, so our gift card part is ready. And now we want to switch to the next part, that is making our text fields. So let's declare a text field and provide it a padding. So let's first add it, beautify it by adding a container and then wrap it with the padding. So this is how the text field looks. Now let me beautify it a bit by adding some more colors and things. And here is the text field we want. Let me add the heading and names too to our text field. So here we add the heading, that is the hidden text, that is enter receiver's name to enter the receiver's name. And similarly, let's make the another text field to enter the amount we want to gift, and change the keyboard type to number for amount. So here are the two text fields ready of our app. Now let's jump to the last part of our page, that is the button, that is the share button. So as I have already kept the share button ready and I have pasted it, the share button is a pink color button as it's visible on the screen now. Now let me arrange the buttons and everything a bit properly and bring some space between the text fields and the button. And let me do it. So I guess finally it's ready, and now let me refresh, and I guess the button is ready. Yeah. So now our page is ready. So now let's connect our gift card page and our home page so that the square card and the gift card pages are connected. So we let me declare a card model so that we can take the selected card from home page and connect fetch the data from the home page square card. So now let's declare the selected card as it's visible. We are passing the card to our card page so that all the information is passed and we use it. So now it's ready. As we click on the Netflix page, all the properties of the Netflix card are visible. So now we are back on the card page. So let's edit the text fields. Both we have the receiver one and the amount. So we have added a function of on submitted. So when the text field we submit a name or an amount, it should get updated on the gift card. So we need two state providers. One will be receiver name provider and another will be amount provider. There will be string and int respectively. We will be using these two state providers of receiver name provider and amount provider to connect in our card page to communicate between the text fields and the card page. So here we are declaring the receiver name provider, and similarly we will declare the amount provider so that we can use and communicate. Now we declare two functions, that is on submit, on name submit and on amount submit functions. These functions are created outside the widget build because we will use read, because ref dot read function, and read is suggested to be used outside of the build function. So we will be using these two functions to update the gift card and to update the provider, that is the selected name receiver name provider and the car amount provider. So we will change the state of the app. So as you can see, receiver name provider state is updated by the string name, and similarly the amount is updated by the function passed with string amount. Now we will use these two functions on the on submitted functions that we have created for every text field, and pass the ref to communicate the widget and the provider. And similarly we will use for the amount, that is widget, and the value contains the value that we do put for the text fields. And to make the changes visible on the gift card, now let's change the hard coded Peter and put the variables, that is selected card receiver name, and similarly for the amount, that is selected amount. So we will communicate both the gift card and the text fields now, and now when we make a change, it should be reflected on the gift card. So now let's give it a check and update it. So yeah, everything is getting updated, so it's working finally. And now it reminds me that I have to also communicate between the square cards on the home page and the gift card on the card page. So let me make the edits so that, like, color, the logo of the gift card are getting edited and they are updated with the card selected. So let me edit it in a second, and then we will see if when we tap on any card, is the color logo and the text color getting updated with the selected card. So yeah, I guess it's working. So it's working great. So this feature is finally working. So let's head towards the last feature of our app, that is the categories feature. So let's add a heading and then the categories heading. Yeah, and now let me add the categories card. So yeah, it's here. So for categories, we need another provider. So let's make another provider, the category provider. Firstly, for the card, let's make a class card category. With this, let's add the other list of four cards, that is the four categories: music, movies, games, and shopping. And then make a provider that is named select category provider, which returns which state is string and provides a string that is the name of the category. So now let's declare a variable to provide a communication between categories and the square cards, that is all the cards, so that when we select a category, the cards with related to that category are only selected and shown. So here selected category has a state of string, and the categories gives us a list of all the categories we have. Now let's make the category card functional. So add a detector and an on tap function. And to add all the cards, let's include all this card in a row. So let me do it. Let me select the complete card and make a row and add it in. So the categories has the list of all the cards. So we will use this function to get a list of all the card. And here in place of null, I will put the card we had. The and if you can see now, all the four cards are available. Now let me edit all these four cards and show all the names and colors according to the category. Now first let's change the color of our card according to category. If it's the selected category, the card's opacity will decrease, or else it will remain the same. This is what we have done with the color. And similarly, we will add an icon for every category. And now if a category is selected, there will be an additional icon of a done mark or a tick mark, so that we know that category or that card is selected. And similarly, we now edit the name so that all the category names are visible. So now our card is ready. Now let's add a functionality to our category cards, that is when we tap on the card, that category is selected. And to use this category and change the state of our app and show only the cards related to the category, we need a state provider that we declared previously, that is category provider, and we will use that provider. So now as we use the category provider, the so the on tap functionality of the category card updates the category provider, so that all cards are updated. And when we tap on a card, the functional the all the cards gets updated and only the cards of the specific category are shown. So now this builds a communication between all cards widget and the category state provider. So this will help us filter all the categories, and now we will declare a filtered card variable, which will give us only the cards related to that category. And now we change the cards from card list to filter cards. With this, our app is completed, and if we select any category, the cards are getting updated as it's shown, and our text fields is working, get showing you the update in a gift card to make dynamic gift cards. So today, now we have completed our app. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.